Good day, guys. Trust we are all doing well. Welcome to another session with Axel. So today I'm going to be doing a quick breakdown on gold and BTC USD. But first, let's get into gold. So as you can see, gold has been buying, and definitely, if price is buying, you should be looking for buyers opportunity, right? So let's get into it. So first of all, we use the get into the markets from the higher time frame to make our top down analysis. So we this is a 4 hours time frame. This is 4 hours time frame. So let's identify our structure, which is the basic of what we are doing. So first of all, I I'm looking for I'll be looking for uh, a valid structure. So now I think I've seen one. We have a break from here, some kind of break. So let me kind of zoom. Okay, let me zoom it for you to see it. So we have this. As the break, right? We have this as the high and the break of structure. Then price came into the zone. Price came into the zone to take out this as our internal range liquidity. Internal range liquidity. But before that, you can see this trend line liquidity here. Some people might be like, okay, price might be trying to like do some kind of trend line, uh coming into this trend line, coming into this line and buying, creating series of lows, you understand, giving a sell side liquidity. But we the SMC traders, when we see something like this, we know that okay, price is about to like sweep all these lows as what liquidity and give us a valid low. So let's get into it. So price came into here, price came into here, price broke, right? Then came into here, took out our internal range liquidity. So we know that when price takes out an internal range liquidity, the high is valid, right? We already have a valid high or a strong high. But when price takes out this high, then we have a valid low. We have a swing low, a low that we can work with, right? So I'm still going to drop a video on advanced market structure. So as you can see, when price broke this zone, sorry, let me use this. When price finally broke this zone, you can see the break of structure around there. Price finally broke this zone, right? Then price bought to the upside, gave us another high, which is this. Give us another high. Sorry, let me get it. Price gave us another high and another words. Price gave us another low, which we don't consider as a strong low yet because it has not taken out a strong high, right? So we have a low. Thank you. So as you can see, when price took out this low, and price took out this high, it's said to have that okay, we have a valid structure. So this structure is what you're working with. But remember when I told you that this high is a strong high because it took out an internal liquidity, and finally this low took out this high. So when a low takes out a valid high, it makes that high a demand, right? That's on a buy trend. But if it's on a downtrend, it makes it a supply. You understand? So this a demand. That's why when price came into this zone and reacted from this zone. You can see how price reacted from this zone. And also there was a fair value gap here, which is this. There was a big fair value gap here, which price came to like fill up, then buy to the upside. But when price was about to uh come down to this zone, price took out another low. You can see it. Price took out another low. Mind you, you are using the 4 hours time frame, so it's a very valid structure. You understand? Price took out this low. But before price took out this low, the high took out this particular low, which makes this high what? A strong high, and makes this low a weak low before breaking this high. So when this low broke out this high, it makes this low a strong low. So we have another what? Another valid structure here. As you can see it, we have another valid structure. First, we have this. This is our first valid structure. If you remember, this is our first valid structure. The break of structure, then price came to take out the internal range liquidity, then buy to the upside. Same thing here. When price came here, price gave us a break, a high, a low, a high, then price came to take out the internal liquidity, then buy to the upside. You can see how it works now. So yes, let's get into it. So as price brought to the upside, then we have a valid structure to work with, because we are working with the nearest POI of nearest structure. So here is the nearest structure that we are working with. So when price came here, I was expecting price to like tap into somewhere here, because you can see how price mitigated. I think I should go down to the lower time frame to break this one down. Okay, let me use 1 hour. Okay, I think 1 hour will go. Oh, okay. All right. So here, this is what we have on the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, before price broke out this high, we have a kind of series of supply, lower time frame supply. So price came here, mitigated. This is mitigation. Price came here, mitigated. You can see the supply chain, right? Then we are expecting that if price gets into this zone, price will sell. But what did price do? Price came into this zone, did a kind of retracement, then bought to the upside, right? So we are expecting that price will come into a zone somewhere here, then buy, right? So that was the last supply unmitigated, or that was violated, which we call a breaker block. You understand? So let's go back to our 4 hours time frame. Okay, now you can see it. You can see how price came into this zone, our zone. Price came into our zone, then bought to the upside, because that was a breaker block. That was a POI that was violated, which now resulted to a breaker block. So because this is our high, which, because we are looking at we're on a buy trend, so expecting price to take out this high. So this is our high. So as price came into this zone, because this is a valid structure, as price came into this zone, we're expecting that price will also take out this high, because it's just like like from our structure, we know that uh an uptrend moves like this: your high, your low, your value structure. So this is what price is kind of doing. Price came tap into this zone, then expecting price to take out this high. So I'm not going to do that now because I think I have a video on YouTube about that, about the market structure. So you can go and watch it. Understand? So price came into the zone, tap into the zone, then is heading to the upside. But before price before price gets to this upside, it's going to be forming a series of lower highs, lower lows, structures, value structures before price take out. You don't expect price to be like, okay, let me, because I've tapped into a valid structure, valid POI, price will now boom up to upside. No, price will kind of form different patterns, the chart patterns, everything. Price will form the chart patterns, the order block, the everything before price comes to the takes out the previous high. So let's get into it. So I think I already have something I'm working with, right? Which is this low. I'm expecting this low to be protected. So we are heading to the upside. So I should be looking for buys, more of buys. So now let's get it down to the lower time frame. I think the 1 hour should. I think I should work with the 1 hour. Yeah. Okay. So now here is the 1 hour. I couldn't take any buys from here. I couldn't take any buys from here. I was looking for a valid POI or valid zone I can, get into the buys. So uh now let me use the line chart illustration for clarity. So in the line chart illustration, this is why I saw. Okay, I saw that okay, price has given me a kind of breaker block here that I should work with, which is here. Price came into here, swept liquidity, then bought to the upside. So I'm expecting that price will uh come into somewhere here because it's my breaker block now. Price will come into somewhere here, then buy to the upside. So that should be my POI. That should be my zone of interest. Okay, you can see that price, yes. See that price came into somewhere here as my breaker block. Price came into that place and bought to the upside. Right? Price came into that zone, bought to the upside. Price came to the, yeah, but rejected, then can see the buy. Can see the buy. Then I didn't get enough confirmation because it wasn't clear for me. So I was looking for enough confirmation. So this is where I got my entry, which is here. Let's go back to the line chart illustration again. So this is what price did. Yes, price did some kind of sweep here. So price did some kind of sweep here. Then so because of this sweep now, price broke this sweep, and expecting this sweep is now a demand or support rather. Support, sorry. So I would like to get into somewhere here. Then my SL somewhere here, then target to nearest demand, which is here. So this is roughly 4 hours. So that's the first buy I took. But you can see that how price came in, just took out this lower previous high. So now we have another structure, which is on the 1 hour. The other structure we had was on what, the 4 hours time frame. So we have another valid structure. Now this low is meant to be protected. This low now is meant to be protected because price has taken out the internal liquidity and bought to the upside. So this is a valid low. So you're expecting that price will come into this zone, then take a buy again, right? So you could see how price bought to the upside, the break of structure, how price came here, broke structure, the internal range liquidity, price, the low came here, broke structure. Now this is a valid structure. Then price came here. So people will be like, okay, isn't this a break of structure, low, high, low? Yes, you are correct because price took out the internal liquidity. Then the low took out. But you could see here how price, why people, some people be like, okay, price will respect this zone, price will respect this low. Yeah, it might be right, but look at what price did there. This is what, a liquidity, a sell side liquidity, price printing a series of lows. So this is a sell side liquidity that price came to sweep. You understand? So price swept this area, then uh when price swept this uh when price swept this area, then price bought, sorry, this low was meant to be protected, but price came here, reacted from it and started buying. But as price was buying, you could see that price reacted from something which is there's a valid low, valid structure here, valid sell structure here, which is this. It was a breaker block here that price reacted to. So price had to like follow the demand. Sorry, the supply here. So price, this is a sweep. This is a sweep. Price came here, reacted from it, and started selling to the downside to meet our value structure here. You could see how this low was protected. So we're expecting another what? Another buy. And expecting that price will like take out this what? This previous high. Right? So we're into a buy again. It's going to be a long buy. So I'm just trying to like break down some things to you. Alright, so here we go. So inside this structure, before price can take out this high, it's going to form another lower time frame structures and everything before price can take out this high, right? So now, sorry, let's go back to the 4 hours time frame for a clearer view. So here is what I'm seeing. Like I'm seeing a sweep from here, or okay, breaker block rather. Now this breaker block is from here around this zone. Sorry. From here. So let's go back to the chart. Yeah. So you can see how price tapped into here, then started selling. So the sellers will, because I took a short sell from here to somewhere around there. Then because I know I'm buying, but any sell I'm taking now is a short sell, not a permanent sell or a long sell. So price came here, sold as pullback, then price bought to the upside again. So another sell again. Price that was from this zone, or this key level rather. Price sold from this key level, which you can see from this line chart. is a valid no is a valid structure. You can see it if you understand your QMR very well. So here it is. So price sold, then reacted to somewhere here, but just took a short sell. Then price bought to the upside, right? So we're expecting that price will like come in. These are our next uh this is actually a sweep and an adjustment. So this should be our next. So we're expecting buys from next week on gold. Expecting buys from next week on gold, right? Because this is our next POI. Price came here. Price swap liquidity, giving us a low that we can work with, a strong low that we can work with. So we're expecting that price will buy next week. So this comes to the end of this session. Thank you very much.